Here at Loop, we have a lot of stories to tell, many of which involve B&R automation and begin with B&R's Automation Studio software, which allows you to configure hardware, set up networking, write logic. It even includes a really powerful simulator. So this video is going to serve as a quick start guide for Automation Studio. We're going to create a new project. We're going to write some very simple hello world logic, deploy it to our simulator, watch our values change, etc. So let's get started. Now, starting from a fresh install, Automation Studio is going to open to a landing page with some example projects as well as some support documentation. But I'm going to click New Project, and I'm going to call this project Hello BR. Now, we'll talk later about configurations, but we're going to use a standard configuration, and we're going to search the hardware for CP1586, which is a standard PLC platform. Once the project opens, we'll have three tabs on the left: the logical view, the configuration view, and the physical view. I'm going to work mostly in the logical view, and I'm going to begin by expanding the libraries and adding a library to this. So I'm going to search the toolbox for B&R libraries. By double-clicking this, it's going to open a dialog, and now I can scroll down and find the standard library. We'll need functions out of this for our program later. Next, I'm going to go to the main project level, and I'm going to search ST, and I'm going to pick an ST program all-in-one. This is an all-in-one structured text program that will have the init, the cyclic, and the exit routines. I'm going to first go to variables, and we're going to add some variables for our project. So number one, I'm going to add a rising edge trigger, which is a type rtrig. I'm going to add a click variable that's just a Boolean. We can use the search here to search the different data types. Here we're just going to be using standard data types. I also need to add a string variable, which is going to be our hello world string. So this is going to be shello string. Next, I'm going to add some hold data. So this is actually going to be an array of strings, even though they're going to be single character strings. So we're going to just use this for some simple, silly logic that we'll need in the project. I'm going to make an array of 9 variables, and these are going to be strings, but only 1 character each. And then finally, I need an index variable. We're just going to call this I and leave the standard unsigned integer value. We'll build this, even though we don't really need to. I'm just going to build it to make sure that all my variable types are correct. Now I'm going to go back to the structured text routine. Now, the only function of this project is to give us something to monitor when we're in simulation. So I'm not going to dig deep into the code. It's going to build the character string by concatenating the hold data array, which we need to populate now, onto the end of the hello BR string. Now, when this is all done, we can complete this. We're going to build it. We'll see an error because we didn't complete the if statement, but we'll clear this error. And now we move over to the physical layer to make sure that our task is set up properly. It defaults to 100 milliseconds for your program. I'm going to move this to 20 milliseconds just to speed it up a little bit, and now we're ready to go online with the simulator. Now click the icon that looks like a traffic signal, which activates the simulation. This is going to create an instance of ARSim on your working machine. The next dialog asks if you want to transfer the project to the target. Click Transfer and wait for this to complete. You may also get a network warning from Windows, which is okay to accept as well. Now, once the transfer is complete, we can click Close, and we have a running instance of our simulator. You can see the green run status in the bottom. Now we go back to the code editor window, and this looks like it did until we click Watch. And now we want to open the watch and move this over to the side, and we're going to right-click inside the watch table and insert variables. To this, we're just going to add our click variable, and we're going to add this string as well, our hello BR string. Now, when I toggle this click, I am building the string, but you see I'm really just concatenating H's here, so we've got a problem in the code. And this is one of my favorite things about Automation Studio. I'm not going to take this out of simulation. I'm going to leave it in simulation. I'm just going to make a quick change to the code after turning off monitoring. Just need to fix my incrementing here. And once I do that, I'm going to transfer this. I'm going to hit the transfer button. It's going to transfer it directly to the target and put it back in run mode. So once I click Close, now I can go back into Monitor. I can toggle my variable, and you can see now it's building my string to say, Hello, B&R. So there you have it. That's what it takes to build and simulate a project in Automation Studio. In some next videos, we'll connect to hardware, and we'll do some very exciting things. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.